What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back here with the opening game review of the 2024 IPL season and an absolute banger to kick us off here. They get it done. Chennai, MS Dhoni, the men, the reigning premiers, or the reigning title winners, if you will, get the first win at home over RCB. So hey, if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and comment down below all of your thoughts on last night's game / this morning here for me. It was a bit of a long night. I've had my coffee and I'm ready to talk about the match. Hey, I should also mention before we get into this review, if you've been around the channel long enough, you may see something that's a bit different. And yes, my face has had some... I've lost my mustache. Where has it gone? I woke up and it was disappeared. No, look, I did get rid of my mustache yesterday. Do I regret it? Yes, I do. Did my brother essentially make me do it? Yes, he did, but that's okay. It's the things you do for family, hey? So we're going to get straight into this review. Just ignore the top lip. It'll grow back in about... Give me 2 weeks. It'll be back. Let's get into the review if you care. All right, let's do it. CSK get the fat W here by 6 wickets, 8 deliveries remaining, but it was all done by the bowling unit early, to be honest. Player of the match, in no surprise, Mustafiza Rahman, the new recruit. I mean, about 3 days ago, we didn't know if the man was even going to be here for the first game due to injury. I mean, he got stretchered off in the Bangladesh game, and it was for cramp. So he's okay, and clearly there's no lingering effects because he takes 4 for 29, some of the big wickets early in that first innings, and set the boys up right from the get-go. So shout out to Fizzer Rahman, who I don't even think was bought for that much in the auction either. I think he was quite underrated and don't think he should have been let go. But anyway, that's their fault. CSK's win, and now they look even stronger, even with the players that are out. So, RCB win the toss, and they're into bat first. So let's get straight into it. Virat Kohli, Faf du Plessis, the duo at the top. This is where the games are going to be won for RCB this year. And I mean, Faf started off like a house on fire, was soaking up pretty much most of the strike in that power play. And Virat Kohli just really couldn't get on strike in the first 6 overs. It was pretty, like, as much as Faf looked good, and then obviously went out, the fall of wickets of Patidar and then Glenn Maxwell, greens at the crease, new batsman early. It just put the whole team under pressure. Kohli couldn't get on strike and unfortunately found his way out from Mustafiza Rahman, who, I mean, took the first 3 wickets of the game, so that's as big as it's going to get right there. Patidar, Maxwell, it wasn't good timing, and I tell you what, as an Aussie, I feel like I'm allowed to say this, Glenn Maxwell, I love you. You're one of our heroes. You're one of our favourites. I'll never forget what you've done. But holy moly, what was that, son? What was that? You gave Dhoni a free wicket. I don't know what that was. I mean, I understand that we all like Dhoni. We all want to help him out and, you know, just a bit of catching practice for the great man. But that, at least the last more than 1 delivery, that was just poor and a hard watch there. But good bowling all around. I mean, just change of pace. Deepak Chahar looked good. And that CSK bowling unit really did stand up. I mean, look, Faf, you know, he was obviously the highlight of that early RCB innings. Looked really good, was slapping a few boundaries. Just needed him to kind of stay out there, would have been ideal. But that's kind of his role. You know, I don't think that's too bad from him. You just need Patidar and Glenn Maxwell to kind of carry on. Didn't do much at all. Kohli, frustrating, couldn't get on strike, and then holes out to Racham Ravindra. So they're under the pump early. You set the scenario 77 for 4 when Kohli went out, and then of course Cam Green went out 2 deliveries later. They were under the pump. I mean, look at this. So 5 for 78 after 12 overs. You're in a horrible position there, but you have to give the biggest of shout-outs at the end here to Anuj Rawat and DK. Of course, DK, the man is pushing 75 years old, and he can still pump boundaries. Like, he actually looked like some of the most impressive ball striking we've seen from DK since, like, the final against Bangladesh where he won the game off his own bat. Like, that was some of the cleanest DK striking we've seen in a long time. Anuj Rawat, obviously, fresh on the RCB scene, wants to make an impact, keep his name in the team, you're going to keep your name in the team if you do a lot more of that. 48 off 25, 4 fours, 3 sixes, the best strike rate of the innings by a long way. And that was classy, of course, run out off the last ball, but who gives a shit? He looked really good and impressive that they actually ended up getting to 173 because it was looking like they would have been all out for under 140. So big congrats at the end there to at least save a bit of pride for those two. But into the bowling / fielding for CSK, I tell you what, it was good to see the great man Dhoni behind the stumps. He took like 2 beautiful one-hand catches that were going to be buys. He dove. He looked like still the man that we love and know, and it was good to see. With the long locks hanging out too, that did something for me. Okay, into the bowlers. Deepak Chahar took an early wicket, 1 for 37. Tushar Deshpande, oh no, none for 47 off 4. Just missed out on a well-deserved half-century. Mahesh Theekshana didn't really do much for the spin, did it? It didn't seem, usually cheap hawk, you can haul out some wickets there as a spinner, but not to be this time. Theekshana, nothing. Mustafizur Rahman, of course, got subbed out later on, but did his job already, 4 for, and was phenomenal. And Jadu, tight as always, none for 21 off 4. So, the first innings, if you will, I mean, if you didn't watch the game and you looked at the score of 173, you would have thought, okay, that's actually an okay total to try and defend. It could have been 200 plus if they had some early runs here from these two, but maybe next time, boys. All right, into the CSK innings, 174 to chase down at home, the home crowd, MS Dhoni, under the new captain, the new recruits. You'd expect them to get it done, and they did. Pretty comfortably in the end. I mean, when you've got just over an over left, I think you've done it pretty comfortably. 6 wickets in the shed. Let's talk about it. The new skipper. Not to be this time. 15 off 15. Hey, Yash Dayal actually looked pretty good. Like, all due credit. Dayal has obviously copped a lot of... I don't know what I'm looking for. A lot of constructive criticism since that Rinku Singh moment, as we all remember. He looked okay, and is actually a bright star here for RCB in this game. I thought he bowled pretty well. Rachin Ravindra looked good early. I tell you what, seeing a left-hander at CSK in the long sleeves, pumping boundaries. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's good to watch. Rahane, even he just pumped 2 sixes straight down the ground. Cam Green there in the middle taking wickets, but the damage was just done. I mean, you've got consistency throughout this entire batting order. 15, 37, 27, 22. Dubé, impact player. My birthday twin. And Jadu, of course, at the end. I mean, you didn't even need Rizvi, the new young recruit, to come out there and bat. You didn't even need Dhoni, the greatest finisher of all time, to get out there and bat. So, if you're a Chennai fan, this is the best way to start your title defense. I tell you that much. Like, when your new captain hasn't had any impact at all, and then Ravindra looked good, Rahane, Daryl Mitchell even pumped a few boundaries. Like, this middle order and how deep CSK bat, it's going to be an issue for every team this year to try and bowl them out. Like, I just don't see Chennai getting bowled out. It's going to take a magical effort from someone, but they look good, they look switched on, and they look bloody ready to defend their belt. Defend their belt. This is not WWE. To defend their title. That's what I meant. Into the bowlers, so let's talk about it. Look, a bit of smooth sailing there for Chennai for a little bit. Look, you can see the fall of wickets. There was never any big pressure, especially towards the end. It was pretty much guided in at the end. Siraj, none for 38 off 4. This is the only thing with him, that he's a good... He's an amazing bowler with the red ball. He's a very good one-day bowler. Just seems a little bit of T20 sometimes is his weakness, but hey, does happen. Yash Dayal, 1 for 28 off 3. Again, thought he was probably... I mean, him and Khan Sharma, Cam Green were obviously probably the 3 best bowlers there, but I just thought he's not bowling the same length and same consistent line and pace every ball. He actually looks like he's tried to change his technique, which probably needed to happen. Alzari Joseph, the new recruit. Oh no. No. None for 38 off 3.4. And this, I think this was everyone's concern when RCB paid so much money for him. It did not make sense because we're like, he's a good bowler, but if you've actually watched him play, which I assume pretty much all of us have, he's not that good. Like, he's good, but he's not a strike bowler. Like, yeah, I'd be a little bit worried with that one as an RCB fan. Khan Sharma takes a wicket, but pretty expensive, to be honest. Mayank Dagar, none for 6 off 2. I mean, you have a look at that. That's almost man of the match. None for 6 off 2. Cam Green, the new recruit, not to be with the bat, but does make the impact with the ball. And look, that's why you pay so much money for him. Can bat, can bowl, was fielding at slip, took a nice catch as well early. So you get 3 formats with Cam Green. He'll be better. He'll make an impact this year. Don't worry, RCB fans. You've got Greeny to rely on this year, hopefully. And Glenn Maxwell. None for 7 off 1. So look, honestly, if I'm an RCB fan, I'm not completely disappointed with that result, because you know that some of your star players didn't even get going, like your Sirages, your Greens with the bat, your Kohlis, your Glenn Maxwell first ball duck. Like, there is so much room for improvement here. And to the CSK side of things, I mean, the positives are just literally everywhere. The fact, like, I mean, we've already spoken about a few of them, but Dhoni didn't have to bat, Rizvi didn't have to bat. Like, even some of their bowlers, like, we go to the bowling side of things for Chennai, even half of their bowling unit wasn't on complete. You know, it was just wickets for Fizzer Rahman, 1 for Chahar, and the rest was done by by nothing. So there's big rooms for improvements in their bowling. Mitchell Santner, I mean, one of their most talented, experienced all-rounders in franchise cricket, can't even get a game for this team. So that shows you what sort of depth they are working with over there. And there is a reason that in my power rankings, in everyone's power rankings, I assume, we all had them sitting right here at number 1 because they're the title defenders for a reason. They've got Dhoni, and they outclass RCB right from the get-go. Now, again, plenty of upside there for Royal Challengers Bengaluru, but it needs to start now. They're going to have to get Elise Perry in as the impact player soon, I think. But as we just glance over the table, of course, it's the beginning. Chennai first, RCB second. And look at the mighty Punjab Kings. Here we go. Into the matches, of course. So the first one last night, the second game will start today at, look at the time, 9 p.m. my time. That is genuinely the most perfect timing for a game of Punjab Kings cricket. So I'm all over that. Love that. That'll be the early game. And then into the second game of the day, Kolkata versus Sunrisers. Where's this? Eden Gardens? Ooh, yes it is. I like that. That makes me feel. Where's this one? Where's this? Oh, so it's at our home ground. Okay. So that's good. I like that. That's a good start for us. The return of Rishabh Pant in this one. And of course, Pat Cummins, Travis Head, probably the big watch in the other game for me, along with Rinku Singh. Can my mighty Punjab Kings get off to a good start? Gee, I hope so. But hey, that will cap us off. First game review done. We're into the season. Let me know all of your thoughts down below, Chennai RCB fans. What are you feeling after this result? And I'll see everyone in the next one.